Don't Rush Me, 1.
Okay.
Whoa.
Band 2.
No, yeah. So we are gathered here today. No, hopefully everyone's got a couple picks. There was no like set, you know, how many you should have, but I got a couple of best movies to watch while stoned. Made it different than stoner movies per se, like the Cheech and Chong, the Half Baked. So, with it being best movies to watch while stoned, that really broadens it, you know, because
That's
there's
true.
there's a bunch of movies that have nothing to do with weed that are just great to watch while you're smoking, you know.
That
So,
is true.
see, I got my list here. First on my list, which is kind of a stoner movie, I got Mallrats. One of
That's a
my
good one.
favorite Kevin Smith films. It really takes me back to how awesome the mall used to be. I would consider myself a little bit of a mall rat back in the day. Uh, Never had money really, but just going, exploring, window shopping all the stores, getting a pretzel, you know. It just
Avoiding the youths that hang out in a group.
yeah. Oh, that's trouble. That's trouble right there. Yeah, loved Mallrats. Loved smoking
What,
and watching Mallrats.
what
Um,
was your go-to your go-to shop at the mall and your go-to food at the mall?
um, I always had to check out Spencer's. Spencer's is like
Hmm.
a must, like just to see like the funny, silly gags. They always had some cool shirts that were never in my size though, but
Hmm.
man, they'd have some cool stuff. Hey, and then my go-to food was so my buddy Joe worked at Pretzel Twister, so I'd always get a free pretzel, and if I had the money, a little great steak and potato.
Yeah, definitely.
For
Gotta
sure.
love that. But
Uh,
there was some awesome stuff at the
Sabraro.
mall. Sabaro,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
But you had to look, you had to window shop the pizza first. You had to walk up and see if it was fresh because you
Yeah.
could tell when a piece, when a slice was like, all right, that looks pretty good. That's maybe like 10 minutes old versus one that's like, okay, it's been sitting out there
Yeah.
for like 3 hours
Yeah. The
because nobody's
crust
been
is
up in
like
this
starting to
bitch.
curl on it. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
been out a while.
Yeah. It's like, trial and error to get to that stage. But once you're there, it's like, nah, not today. Not
If
today.
The-
if they were honest, they could have made a killing with discount pizzas. Anything that's been there over a day, you get like for the half
yeah.
price.
Yeah, exactly. If I was paying $1.50 for like a small drink and a slice of old pizza, it's like I can't be mad about that. That's what I need right now, But
Yeah.
you want me to pay $5, $6 for this slice of nasty? Like, get out of here.
I remember they had pretty good potatoes too, like those little round potatoes,
Hmm.
like little potato
Hmm.
balls. Fire.
I always went for those breadsticks though, but for some reason, every single time after I ate them, I always felt extremely nauseous because of how much garlic they used to soak those things in.
Yeah, the garlic and the butter,
Yeah.
it's too much. It was too, they were good. I could eat about half of one and I'm just like, I gotta stop.
Yeah. Uh, I put for my first pick, I put National Treasure down. I think that's a good film to get
Hmm.
lost in when you're stoned. You're just kind of melting into the couch watching Nicolas Cage be awesome, and you're like learning a little history, but you're so like stoned that you're like, is this real history or is this Illuminati history? I don't care. It's just,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and it's
what
got Diane
Um,
Kruger in it. She's fine. So
what a great movie.
just because I have watched it stone recently was massive weight of uh help me out here with Pedro and Nick Cage. Mass
something.
Massive weight of unbearable talent.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, it's
Have
so
not.
good. It's so Nick Cage just plays himself and there's a specific scene in it where okay, like kind of nutshell version, the story. Uh, Nick Cage, his career is kind of bottoming out at this point. Like he's not really getting roles. Hollywood isn't taking him seriously anymore. And so he gets invited to this island to make this movie. And at first he's like, great, it's just some rich kid, rich dude who wants me to do his pet film project bullshit, so he's real salty about it. But he gets there and it's Pedro. And he turns out to be like the coolest dude ever. There's some drama behind the whole situation. Like they think Pedro's a drug dealer, all this stuff, like a kingpin. But regardless, there's this scene in it to get into character and to like get the creative juices flowing. Pedro and Nick Cage drop acid, and it's as funny as you could possibly imagine it. But watching it stoned is like, okay, like
I'll
like
have
one
to
of those
check it out.
movies. Like what you're saying, just Nick Cage in general, though, like
Yeah.
his cheesiness, like when you're
I'm a little
watching it
tired.
sober or high,
I'm a little
it's just like
wired.
exactly.
Nick, I remember my niece was like, I don't like Nick Cage. And it like pissed me off as she said that because I was like, if you wrote a role for Nick Cage in a movie, you no one else could do that role. Like if you wrote a role for like Kevin Costner, you could get a lot of actors to play that role. But if you write one for Nick Cage, you cannot get anybody else.
Yeah.
There's nobody like Nick Cage.
No.
Do you know how many times I've seen Con Air? Like, I know it's not like the best, but I have watched Con Air
It's
so
up
many
there.
times.
I love Con Air.
Put the bunny down. Love Con Air.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you guys watch The Color Out of Space?
I started that one.
No.
Have not.
Really good Lovecraftian film, but Nick Cage is in it. The classic, he moves his family to a secluded small town, but then a meteor crashes and people start reporting seeing this like iridescent, indescribable color of light just glowing from the woods. And, horrible shit starts happening from that point. Like people start turning into nasty squid creatures, and it's a horror movie with Nick Cage, but worth checking out.
Sign me up.
That's awesome.
I felt horrible. Jesse, you told me one time that he like went broke and had to sell like his Batman comic or something, or
it's Superman.
Superman? Okay.
Dude, I love me some Nick Cage, but the man was like, he had 6 mansions at that point and was blowing his money as fast as he made it. It's
Bring
like,
it
well,
back.
yeah. At some point, you have actually, they touch on that in the Pedro and Nick movie I just talked about, where he's broke and his manager's telling him like, Nick, you gotta quit spending all this money, dude. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And Pedro's a Nick Cage super fan, so he has this room dedicated to just everything Nicolas Cage movie not paraphernalia, but memorabilia. And the most famous one is a replica statue of Nick Cage with the dual golden pistols. And Nick Cage is like, oh, this statue, it's horrendous. Who made it for you? Oh, it was a local person. I paid them like $2,500. I'll give you 30 grand for it.
What you got, Blaine?
So I'm honestly, whenever I'm high, like I can't watch like serious stuff because I can't pay attention whatsoever. So my go-to, just because I've seen it so many times and I love it, is The Fifth Element. Like I have watched that movie.
Oh yeah.
Up in like almost to the 100 mark. It's just that movie is like one of my feel-good movies. So I just need to be, I don't know, engulfed with one comedy action to keep my attention, and I just feel like this movie has everything. Plus, I love Bruce Willis.
Yeah, what a great!
It's just like that movie. It just blows my mind every single time I watch it, and I never get bored of it either. But that one is definitely like my main one. Again, just because I can't watch anything serious, and plus the scene, the opera scene. I think we all know, especially at that scene, I crank it every single time. I don't care who's sleeping. Like I love it so much.
I'm the exact same way. I gotta have a movie that I've seen a bunch of times and I
Yeah.
don't even need to like really watch it. I can kind of just zone out and know what's going on. So I'm right there
I
with
think about Fifth Element probably once a month. I think about that movie.
you.
So good. Just the whole dude that's like cracked out of his mind in the hallway. He's like, I don't need it. Like that scene gets me every single time.
The
You got
movies that kind of give me the same vibe, the Demolition Man,
I love
Yes.
and
yeah.
Hell yeah.
even the '90s Judge
Yeah.
Dredd.
Mhm.
They're not great, but I would even throw as of recent, because I think I just watched it for the first time during COVID, but Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Is
can
that with
put that
Keanu?
one on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That kind
it's
of
pretty
reminds me
cool.
of. I'm not sure if it's the same, but there's one with Denzel, and I believe Russell Crowe is the villain, and it's about like the digital world. I think it's in the 80s or 90s, and it's like I think Mr. Face is in it, but they're like it's starting to come through. I cannot remember the name of it, but that movie always tripped me out. But I loved it so much.
Who was
So
everybody's
funny to play.
80s and 90s action star? Who's your favorite action star?
Ooh.
Probably Arnold for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that's an
Action
easy
star?
answer, but I mean, Conan, Commando, Predator, like Eraser. I was hooked on Eraser forever.
Oh my God, yes.
I think Arnold's probably mine, and then Jean Claude's right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch Bloodsport quite a bit.
Man, that when you like were home from school and they had Bloodsport on, whoo!
Oh man.
What a good day.
So,
Just nothing but
so
chicken
Great
noodle
day.
soup and Bloodsport. Hell yeah.
do you guys remember the quest that he was in?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So like I hadn't seen that movie in forever, and Maria, like I told her one time about it, and she went thrifting and actually found it on DVD,
Oh wow.
and I was just in nostalgia. I'm not sure, Kobe, have you ever seen it?
No.
So pretty much, he's a pickpocketer, I believe, in France, and he has to leave, and pretty much gets dumped on an island, learns Muay Thai, gets really good. I mean, it's John Claude; he gets good at everything. But
Yeah.
this is like I believe back in the 30s or so. But they get invited to like this all-out competition. So you've got, what's it? American boxers. Of course, he's fighting like this, so it's old school.
Fisticuffs.
But yeah, it's
Fisticuffs.
fisticuffs. But like, yeah, they go to this tournament, and he pretty much takes the position of the boxer because he's good at it. And I think one of my favorite fight scenes is there's a fighter that mimics animals. I'm not sure if you guys remember that scene. Like one round he fights like a snake, and another round he fights like a monkey. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm one of those. I love those types of movies where there's a tournament involved and there's different
Yeah.
types of
Yeah.
fighting styles. So that even goes towards anime. Like I love those types of things. So I think that's why like lately I've been watching Records of Ragnarok, and just that type of that fight competition is just man, that movie just it definitely sets it up for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have another one, Colby?
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean. I
Oh, that's
That's
fucking
a
good.
good one.
love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wait, the first one?
The first one.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
The first two are
Well,
great.
Yeah,
the
The
first one just
third
fell
one
apart
is
with
where
the
it
others.
starts
So,
to get pretty dumb
for
for me.
yeah.
sure.
Anyway.
Again, it's like a long movie. The first one's really kind of dark. It's got that like just I don't know. It's not so much like the second and third one, where it's more kiddie, I guess, in the second and third one.
Hmm.
I mean, it's still Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's I don't know. It's just a great film. I can watch it. It's a feel good. It's long. You can just zone out. Love me some pirates, man.
Yeah. That's a good
Honestly,
choice. Uh, that's like if you're like, I want to see, you want to show why people like Johnny Depp. It's obviously probably a Pirates movie you'd show them. Like, I hadn't watched them when they first came out. I was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I watched them a couple years back, and I was like, "Oh shit, these are really good. Like
Yeah.
they're fun, and like they get me pumped up. I'm like, these are awesome."
Me and Blaine saw them all in theaters as they were coming out. Like,
Really, I missed
I
it.
remember when it came out opening weekend, and we were having Godfather's Pizza. We had ordered from Huck's at Blaine's house when he lived there in Hayworth, and we had to like basically stuff a few slices down our throat and get our asses to the movie theater to get halfway decent seats, because we really weren't sure at that point. Like, it was a new Disney movie centered around a pirate ride, and the trailers were they were cool, but nobody really knew what to expect. And the only thing Orlando Bloom had been in at that point was the Lord of the Rings flicks. So, like, can the dude even act? I don't know. Let's go check it out. And theater was packed. I mean, good thing we got there when we did, because it was ass cheek to ass cheek in that theater. But seeing it on the big screen was well worth. I mean, that music,
Oh, for
and just
sure.
and even the CGI, people reference those two movies all the time when they talk about, like, we do not understand how can a movie that was literally made 20 years ago look better, like have better CGI than something that cost 3, 4, 5 times as much as far as a budget. But I mean, you've seen some of DC's recent, they always make fun of them online and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty inexcusable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you look at that. I was gonna say with that, like that fight scene, or the scene where he says, "Boys, take a walk," and they're like literally underneath the water, and they hit the shadow of the boat. You see them, and then they hit the light, like that back and forth, and even the in fight scene where they're just going in between shadows. Like, dude, that part
Shadows
is
from
seriously
skeleton
one
to
of the
human
coolest.
again,
Yeah,
like that
it's
is so
awesome.
good.
And like
So
honestly, Colby, I just want to throw it in. Like, I love how you reference like how dark it is, because that's one of my fall asleep movies. I don't know about you guys, but like I always gotta have something going in order for me to sleep, and that's one of the reasons why I watch that one so much, because it is dark.
yeah,
Yeah, there's some loud parts, but like that movie, it's long, it's dark, and that thing puts me out every single time.
for sure.
yeah.
Awesome
Yep.
movie. It was. I rotate. I used to, but like that was my go to sleep movie for the longest time. Like, again,
Yep.
it's just a movie I've seen a bunch. I love it. It's dark, scary, pirates. What more can you want?
Paul
Marking it.
is another one that I put on for background noise quite a bit.
What is it?
Paul
Oh, dude,
with
Paul is awesome.
yeah,
I love
it's just, I mean, it's a dumb,
Paul Blart,
like, it
right?
has a little bit of everything. No, no, the alien,
Yeah,
Seth Rogen, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. But yeah, it's just kind of a feel good. Like, I've seen it so many times. Another one we saw in theaters. So
That is a funny one.
So- and on top of it, like Shope was the only one that could drive, so
for
we
a
pretty much
while,
slid
yeah.
we were at the Palace. I think it was the Palace Theater we always went to. And there was one summer like I think we hit a film every single summer, and the one I always come back to is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I remember going to see
yeah.
that. Like it, I personally like it. I know like it didn't. I don't think it did too well in the box office, but like that movie, it always sticks to me because we drove out there, and I think we what was it? We ate all your mom's mints, and she got mad at us. But I think no, it wasn't that one. It was one movie afterwards where like everything had shut down, and even the worker has come out. It just snowed, and we're all doing like just donuts in the parking lot. And I don't think it was you, Show, but it was someone that almost ran into the light pole, and they're finally like, "No, we got to cut this."
Oh no, that was Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, the first one. We
Okay.
went to
Yeah.
go see that one opening weekend, and it had snowed. It started snowing while we were in the theater, so and it was a midnight showing, so we were the only ones there. We're like, fuck it, let's just do donuts for 30
Yeah.
minutes before we hit up a Denny's,
I missed the night showings, honestly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
loved it. Me and Jesse
They're
have
not
been
like
to a
how they
couple of
used to
them.
be. Yep. Like it's the fact that you go to a movie and Like, yeah, I don't mind being quiet in a movie, but if a movie is like, hyped, so like if you go see Endgame and you have a theater full of people that get just as hype as you, it's just something even more special about it. And like, I just miss that
Mhm.
we don't really have those anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was talking
Uh,
about midnight releases for like video games the other day. I used to go to them all the
Heck
time,
yeah.
and it's something that doesn't really happen
Man.
anymore, and it's it truly is sad. Like you
Yep.
have 50 to 100 plus people there, all just as big a fan as you are for this video game. You know, they're waiting in line for hours with you and talking about it. And did you see the trailer? And all this is just gets you that much more pumped.
mm-hmm.
I
There's no
still
cell
I
phone.
still got that
No cell phones are
Titanfall
blocked off.
statue.
What?
The Titanfall statue from Titanfall 1
Oh,
when we
nice.
when we crossed paths back
Yeah.
at the midnight release back in the
Yeah.
day. Because
Hell yeah.
was that for the Xbox One
Yeah.
also?
Yep.
Because the only reason I can remember that, other than like you were there's a ton of people at that GameStop there, but it came with a day one edition 2013 Xbox controller that had chrome buttons on it or whatever, like the
Yeah.
D-pad. It broke the first week at I'm not going to get into a total rant about it, but I just will go on record to say I'm still mad about the downgrade from the Xbox 360 controller to the Xbox One controller. Like in terms of I've burned through 4 Xbox One controllers,
Yeah.
and I don't drop them, I don't throw them. Like I'm not sitting here abusing the damn thing. It's like, oh no, buttons stop working or some dumb shit. But yeah, that midnight release though was insane. I remember because I was driving the Dodge Neon at the time and getting that big ass box, the Titanfall statue. I mean, that thing's like this big, and the box is, I could barely fit it into the back of the car. I'm like, son of a bitch, can I get this thing home?
That's awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, there was something about it, man. Like he said that like there was no cell phones. Everyone was there, and plus everyone was really chill. Because I remember one of the ones I went to was Halo. I think Halo 5 or 4. Shope and I were both there, and I was on crutches at that time, and I was I think 10th in line. And like a lot of people nowadays, they like push and shove to get into the store, but everyone's just like, dude, you're on crutches, man. Just go to the front, get your copy, and get out of here. And it's just like stuff like that. That doesn't
Mhm.
really happen anymore. Like
Yeah.
that's one thing I miss about the gaming community is that everyone used to be pretty chill. I mean, there's still some of us out there, but it's not like how it used to be.
Man.
I miss the slurs.
Yeah, the Call of Duty
Yeah.
cameras.
Xbox
We talked about everyone's mom so much.
360 was the Wild West in terms of
Yeah.
game chat. You could say anything and everything, and
Yeah.
You would hear the
for
worst
better or
stuff
for worse.
from the other people.
Yeah, yep. I learned something. I'm like, oh, like I've never heard that before, but yes, so I got it to the list.
I don't
Yeah,
get
you're writing it down. You're like, thank you.
I don't get like shocked or really surprised that often, but those 360 sometimes you're just like, "Whoa, oh my god." Back out of
Like
this
you have
lobby.
one bad round in like Gears of War 2 multiplayer, and then suddenly you get inboxed a message and it just says kill yourself, and it's like, oh,
Cool.
it's like that. So now you make it your mission trying to hop back into the same lobby and being like,
So good.
Oh.
Who's
I wrote
next?
down for my next one. I wrote Twister. I thought that's a good one to just kind of chill out to and watch. And it's easy to watch. It's easy to digest. It's got Bill Paxton, so you can't really beat that.
You slime.
It's got it's got Philip Seymour Hoffman. I love Philip Seymour Hoffman, so it's got him in it. That one's hard to beat. Yeah,
I love Twister, man.
yeah, it's good.
Keep it
that
going.
scene with the steaks always makes me hungry where they're frying up steak and eggs. It's like, I want steak and eggs. I didn't just want steak and eggs, but now I want steak and
Hell
eggs.
yeah. Me and Brittany,
I
we
can
still
tell.
like that's our way of like when we're hungry, we'll be like, food, food.
Dude,
Dude, I was just about to say that. Like, that's still one of my stems these days. I still say that all the time.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like people in public are like,
my
God,
cows
they're
out front?
rude.
No.
Food. Uh, uh.
Uh,
Oh.
I love that that area, that time period of movies when you had like Twister and like Dante's Peak, like those kind of um like
Disaster.
disaster films, yeah, and they were really fun. You always had like a cool cast that was together. I love those movies. They're like comfort food for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That honestly, Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones
Yeah.
is another one that I don't
That's
think
a
a
good
lot of people know about, but I absolutely loved that movie.
I like
Yeah.
Volcano. I'm definitely a Dante's Peak guy over Volcano, but I like Volcano.
Dante's Peak, I thought was like really dark and like really bloody when I first saw it. I was like really
Ah.
taken aback by it. I was like, I couldn't believe how violent that movie got.
When the kid or whatever, the dude, or no, it's the young couple that jumps into the hot spring to like skinny
Yeah.
dip, and then it turns into sulfuric acid, and it's like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like,
Mhm.
what else is
It's-
this movie gonna do?
And like the opening scene, the wife or that Pierce Brosnan's old lady gets killed. She gets hit in the head with that rock, and then she's
With
like
the
having a
molten
seizure
rock.
or whatever. Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And then like that's the same movie with the old lady who sacrifices herself, right? She like
She
gets in the hot
stays
boiling water.
behind. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Push
she
the
does
boat.
to lift the kid
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, put a bullet in
May-
me at that point. Seriously, God.
Maybe that movie's not a good one for this list, but that's a good movie.
The other Armageddon and Deep Impact was the other one I watched fairly recently. Like
Mhm.
same genre, same time period of movies, but I like a good disaster flick. The Core
The Core, yeah. I was just
randomly
thinking that one.
pops up on the list.
Armageddon.
What you got, Blaine?
I love Armageddon. That's just tight.
I do too.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Do you cry? Did you cry?
yeah.
I think the first time,
Every time.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the first
Every
time I
time.
saw it, I did.
It'll get you.
Honestly, since I became a dad, I cry a lot more than I'd like to
Ain't it
admit.
weird,
And
man?
even I know, but like for honestly, dude, anything like that, because I think all of us would, with our kids in general, like you sacrifice yourself for your kid, no matter
For
what.
sure.
Mhm.
But that's just how it is, and like that always hits me every single time. It's like it wasn't just for his kid, but it was the fact he was doing it for everyone. But he was talking to her like literally saying his goodbyes, man. It hits me every single time.
But no, we were watching. I was saying we were watching Spider-Man 3, and I was like ragging on that movie. I was like, "Oh, this movie! I remember hating this movie." And I was like, "The only good part's the Sandman." I'm like just shitting all over it. And then it gets to the part where Sandman shows up to see his daughter after he gets out of prison. And as soon as his daughter shows up in the doorway, and she's like, "Daddy," I'm like, "Fuck."
Keep it together, Sledge.
Yeah.
So good. You got another one, Blaine?
Yeah, I do, and I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I really like music whenever I'm high, and Scott Pilgrim versus the World, like that movie.
Wow.
That's another one of those where I crank it up. Again, it's
We are
funny.
trash
It's
bombs.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is that guy also one of the guys? Yes. But yeah, there's just like a couple of one clips, but Brie Larson flat out singing on stage, man, like that awakened something in me, and I've played that song over and over again. But yeah, it's just everything about it is just it's so good, man. I love it so
What a
much.
good choice. That's another film that's like super easy to digest. It's
Yeah.
like there's
Mhm.
always something going on with it, and it's like super fun. And you can almost just zone out and then come
Yep.
back and you know what's going on. It's just so
Well-
well put together.
And you got like background music going as well. Like if you are zoned out, like my kids, I randomly I was walking through the house and I hear what the song at the end. They're playing that, and they're just over there, like again, like me, they have it absolutely cranked, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" They're like, "Well, it's just Scott Pilgrim," and next thing I know, like they literally went around the house, they punch each other and say "KO," and it's just warms the heart.
I remember I didn't watch that for a long time, and then I would like catch bits and pieces of it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this
Mm-hmm.
fucking movie?" And then I finally like sat down and watched it, and was like, "This is the fucking greatest movie ever made." This
Yeah.
movie's so
I
awesome.
think
Yeah, I
I
love that
think
movie.
we all went and saw that in theater. Me, Shope, and Jesse, and I think Dieter was with us, and we went
I
and
think
saw
so.
that.
Yeah.
And I honestly, the opening where they had the digitized was it, it wasn't Universal. What is it? Da 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 da. But yeah, it's just the whole digital aspect of that, 'cause based off like the video game. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it is awesome. I like Chris Evans in that movie a lot, and I like when people get punched in the points.
I don't know how much this counts, but like, I grew up watching just a ton of Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
So throwing the old 1960s monster movies on, even if I don't remember them, they're just not something you have to pay attention to. You know, Godzilla shows up, starts smashing the city because somebody fucked up somewhere, and then he just trudges off out into the ocean, and everybody's like, "Thanks, Godzilla. We'll see you next time. Thanks for wrecking our shit." They're just dumb fun, but I've always loved. I mean, even since the first one in the the old black and white 1950s one,
Mhm.
like kaiju movies just fascinated me as a kid.
You
So,
you don't
Yep.
like the 2000s?
the
That's a lot of
American
fish,
versions, that
Jesse.
yeah,
Are you
I
talking about the Matthew Broderick one?
yeah that.
Okay.
So I had that Taco Bell cup. It was the Godzilla cup holder that wrapped around the cup, and I used to use that as a colored pencil holder on my desk as a kid.
Mhm.
It probably stayed there for 15 years, all the way up until I moved out. But like, I liked the movie when it came out just because more
Mhm.
Godzilla. But then when it finally came out on VHS and I got to pop it in and watch it more and more, I'm like, why do I like the older ones better than I like this one? This doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense. And it just wasn't adding up. And then in Godzilla Final Wars, they make a nod to that, where the Japanese version of the 2000s American Godzilla, they named him Zilla.
Mhm.
And as soon as he shows up, regular Japanese Godzilla just radioactive blasts his ass through a building and you never see him again. So it was their way of being like, that's not Godzilla.
That movie is fun, but it's so not awesome. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome,
It's
but it's not awesome. It's like it's up
the
to those disaster films we were just talking about, but it's
yeah,
not Godzilla.
kind of disaster movie. I mean, it is disaster movie for sure. Did you guys see 2012?
Hmm.
I like it. I shouldn't like it. It's pretty like the opening scene where he's just driving the limousine across the earth that's crumbling underneath
Oh
of
my
him
God,
and
yeah.
somehow just landing perfectly every time. I'm like, okay. Like,
I think
my
that's the same
suspension of
director.
disbelief can only go so far, and it's already gone, but I'll sit and wait and see what you got in store for me.
I think that's the same director though too, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure the guy that did Day After Tomorrow,
Roland Emmerich, I think.
Roland Emmerich. There we go. It's like one dude that's been doing disaster movies. He did Moonfall,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
like he
that.
still. I haven't bothered watching it. I don't think I need to, but it all he does for the last 20 years is make disaster films. Like, that's his shtick, and he's the only dude in Hollywood that's doing it. So I'm always excited to see, like, okay, well, I'll try it at least once. I guess.
I got one more here. One of my favorite movies of all time, Grandma's Boy.
Yes.
It's a movie that there's not a lot of like up and down. I love movies like that where it's just good, like pretty much all the way through.
Mhm.
Like the biggest thing that happens is JP like stealing the game, and they gotta get that back. But for the most part, it's just fun. There's not a lot of like drama or chaos or sadness. It's just a fun movie, a quotable movie. I quote that movie probably daily.
Mhm.
It's it's just an awesome movie, and never didn't know anything about it until I rented it. I think we talked about this the other day, but just picked it up randomly at a video store and went home and watched it, and I like watched it again right after that. I was like, this movie is fucking gold. What is this?
Yeah,
Who's Nick
it's so fun.
Swartzen? Because he's amazing.
I think you rented that movie, and I was like, this looks so stupid. And then it was the funniest fucking movie, dude. It was like instantly was quotable the entire film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody fucks with the Lion Kid ever.
High score? What's that mean?
That's
Did I break
I
it?
found
that's
out
right.
a random fact about that movie. Just because we're talking about this, and Dante, I guess throughout the film, he progressively gets more ponytails. So like when you first see him, his hair is just straight down. Then he's got a ponytail. Then he's got two. And by the end, when he's talking about the lion just messing someone up, he's got five all up in his hair. And I didn't realize that until like, someone actually pointed it out to me. Like I not
That's so
whatsoever,
good.
but yeah, like that was something cool that I did not know about till someone talked about it.
That's funny.
It's just so good, and I think anyone who's played games has like really dreamed of like, man, I want to be like a video game tester. This is the dream right here. This guy's doing it.
Yeah.
And to just sit around and kind of just have the shits and gigs with the friends, playing video games, and what a dream.
Yeah,
That's literally living the dream right there, doing something you love, because I think all of us just love sitting down playing a video game.
Yeah.
At least like that's my downtime as I play games, and that would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
My last pick is probably, I don't know how good it is, to be honest with you, but I just think like I think you would probably sober up by the time it was over. But Shawshank Redemption is just hard to beat. I think
one of my favorites.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that movie. I think it's probably a good one if you just had nothing to do and you just got really baked and you could just get a bunch of snacks and just watch that movie. It might be too real, too sad sometimes, but I love that movie.
Yeah. That was my go to bed movie for a long time. It's got to be long, and that movie's long. And again, it's not so like there's not all this action in it, so it's just the perfect film to just throw on, zone out, fall asleep to.
I did have an honorable mention for movies you would not want to watch, and I put Training Day on because that movie terrifies me more than most horror films. Like especially when that dude Ethan Hawke gets put in that place with all those Hispanic gang members, and like that shit terrifies the hell out of me.
I
It
had
was
my
so
shit
scary.
pushed in. Oh my god, get me out of here.
Yeah. One of my favorite, just that reminds me of a Bruce Campbell interview. He said he had a small group, like two dudes walk up to him at a convention one time to sign something, and it was actually a brick that they had recovered after the original cabin down here in Tennessee had burned to the ground. They snuck onto the property and snagged a brick and took it to him to sign. And they hand it to him all nervous and stuff, and he's kind of like, "All right, like, what's up, guys?" And he goes, Mr. Campbell, we just want to let you know that we watched Evil Dead 2 on acid. And he goes, well, the movie already looks like it was made on acid. I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
Are you insane? Hell yeah.
That's
So I,
good.
I actually had I had two where that were I guess would be honorable mentions that I still kind of watch even though they're not high movies. But one is Galaxy Quest.
That was on
There's
my
a
list.
ton about that
So
movie.
good.
I
We need
I
your
watched
help.
it 2 days ago. I watched that movie 2 days ago, and my wife even looked at me. She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "You've never seen Galaxy Quest?" She's like, "No." And like literally, she stopped what she was doing homework. She stopped what she was doing and just watched it with me. Like that one right there. And then my final one is Surf Ninjas. I don't know why. Like it's not a good movie. I personally loved it because I think I saw it for the first time just randomly on TV, and I fell in love with it, man. Like
Yeah.
it was awesome because who wouldn't want to just like randomly have a life, find out you're a king of some random place or a prince, and then you learn
With
sweet ninja
sweet
skills.
ninja
Like
powers. Yeah.
yeah, with Rob Schneider as your sidekick. I mean, what could go wrong?
Yeah. That makes me
Ever.
want to watch not Surf Ninjas, but it makes me want to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not shitting on Surf Ninjas. I actually like that movie. It's like a
No, you're good.
shoot the shit like fun movie. But it just makes me think like I feel like it spawned because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What was
Yeah.
the other movie that came out around this? Three Ninjas? Is that what
Three
it was called?
ninjas.
Three Ninjas is
Three
Three
awesome,
ninjas
man.
and three ninjas kick back. Yeah, Tum Tum.
Tum Tum, yeah.
Rocky
Yeah.
I
loves
literally nicknamed
Emily.
my son Tum Tum.
love Three Ninjas. All right. Well, that was awesome. I have some ideas for upcoming episodes.
All right.
Let's see. I talked to Jesse about this, but I think it would be cool to. I don't know if we could do it like a whole episode, or maybe like we save the last 20 minutes or something per episode. But it'd be cool to write a movie, like on here, like together
Mhm.
on the podcast. I think that would be super fun. We can just kind of make a film, like write a
Mhm.
movie together. That's something.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
I think it's a good idea. Like you just start off with pitching ideas and kind of seeing what we like, and then the next episode or whatever, we just gradually start piecing a movie together. I think it's a good idea.
I mean, yeah.
Like
And
that.
if it did potentially go anywhere, like we kind of have the whole thing documented as far as notes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys wanted to do that, that's something we can get going on. Oh yeah, and also I think it'd be super cool to do. I think we talked about this, but each week somebody pick a movie that everybody watches, and then we can kind of like go over it together and be like, I've never seen
Yeah.
this movie, or I've seen this movie before, but I rewatched it. Super cool. I think that would
Yeah.
be fun to do.
Do you want to? We can start that this week. Do you want to pick a movie that we all watch for this week?
You want me to?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll think about it and send it in the chat.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that'd be super cool to do.
Yeah. You can even do each week different genre as well. Give a little flavor for different points.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think even just I think all of us are kind of into the same films, but it seems like we're into different stuff. Blaine, you seem like you like a lot of horror movies. I know Jesse likes a lot of slashers, but that's something I'm not like super familiar with. I mean, I know like the super popular ones, but I can definitely be broadened in that area. So Yeah, I think that would
Well,
be
the main question is, I would say that I would think the main question is like how scarred do you want to be starting out? First off, because I think Jesse and I came up
Well,
with
I was gonna say because like the first movie that came to my mind, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a Ghibli art style, like all the artists that did Ghibli animated it, but Grave of the Fireflies.
I like how you're already starting out to like let's fuck everybody over.
Let's
traumatize
let's
everybody.
let's crush everybody's soul right off the bat, and then go to something happy. Build ourselves back up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
came
those
out
are
in
good. So maybe
1988.
this week Colby can text everybody what his pick for the movie of the week is. We can
Yeah.
watch it. Next week we can have something to talk about, discuss the movie.
All right. Well, Blaine, thanks for coming on, man. That was fun. Always glad to have someone extra. I don't know how often you want to be a part of it, but you're more than welcome anytime. So
I appreciate that.
Mondays
Thanks
at
for having
8,
me on.
right?
yeah, Mondays at 8. We're having fun with it.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Do you want to sign us off?
Yeah. Thanks for watching the Gunks podcast. Appreciate you guys.
Bye.